I think I can attest to, the writers are human and they make bad decisions more than once.
Yeah, so let's just say they got it wrong with you and they got it wrong with Bill and Mr. Kraft.
Talking in some football here.
Okay.
Tedy, first things first, you've recently talked about the Braves' impact. Just talk about what he's done to really set the foundation for this new Patriots team.
Yeah, I think the trifecta. I told him himself this week that they hit the trifecta in terms of everything that happened for this team to be successful. The first part of it was the free agent signings that they brought in, starting with Milton Williams, Mac Hollins, Spillane, Diggs, all these guys that came in that bought into the New England Patriot culture. He got them to do that somehow. And that's hard with veterans.
Right.
The veterans, I mean, Williams already won a Super Bowl. They're successful players, but you bring them all in and you ask them to lead your program. A good head coach has to do that.
As a first-year head coach,
yeah,
nonetheless.
And no, he's been with Tennessee.
Right.
He's been with Tennessee.
I mean, in New England.
New England, yes. The rookies are the second part of that. I mean, because you have a bunch of kids.
Right.
You have a bunch of kids that you don't know how much they're going to contribute. And the New England Patriot rookies have already had about almost 1,000 snaps, playoff snaps, rookies.
Yeah.
So that's the second part. In the third part, Drake Maye was a second-year quarterback that he got to play great football. So he completed that trifecta. Only Braves could do it. I played with the guy. I mean, he's done amazing things when he was a head coach at Tennessee, when he was a player with me, and now he's doing it as head coach of the Patriots.
You mentioned Drake. Do you see any similarities between he and Brady at all?
Not too many.
Yeah.
Not too many. Drake is more of an athlete than Tom was. I think he escapes a lot more than Tom did. I remember Tom ran for a touchdown in the snow versus the Raiders that one game in the snow, and he almost fell down. So, I mean, the guy's great.
He's
Believe
got a great arm.
He's great, but they're different beings
Yes.
still. Although the situation I think is similar because of how the overall team has had to pick up Drake throughout the course of the year.
Right.
There have been if the Patriots needed. I still say it. I'm so fired up, man. Hey, if they needed to block a kick in Denver, they did it.
Right.
They needed to score on defense versus Houston, they did it. These type of things happen. So Drake needed to make a play on fourth down, I think it was, versus Denver. They did it. All of that has come through.
You said earlier this season that people needed to pump the brakes a little bit on the Drake Maye enthusiasm. Do you still stand that way? But now he's in the MVP conversation. He's playing for a Super Bowl. I mean,
yeah, that was early.
This season.
That was early. I didn't want to jump to conclusions that he was the chosen one right off the bat.
Right.
I mean, he ended up improving throughout the course of the year, and that's the first thing I wanted to see. Did he continue to get better? I thought he got better within the playoffs too. I mean, the way he was turning the ball over versus the Chargers, versus the Texans, and then, he got sacked 5 more times versus the Broncos, but he didn't fumble. So they're getting to him. They're getting through to him in a good way.
Damar, for you being on the defensive side of the ball, what do you think Drake Maye is going to need to do to get past the Seattle defense?
I don't know exactly. Just from the defensive side of the ball, Drake Maye is an athlete, and Drake Maye has veteran pieces around him who know how to get the best out of their guys. And that's a message that I've been preaching just about the Patriots team being in the Super Bowl. I've played with locker room pieces that are in their locker room, specifically Mac Hollins.
Right.
I know how he can bring the best out of everyone around him. And then also Stephon Diggs, a true leader, a true captain, I've watched him go down the sideline and motivate every player in their own way to get them ready to play the game. And it's continuously throughout the game. He's checking in on the coaches. He's truly locked into what the mission is, and you need that from your leaders.
Absolutely.
It has to be the mission of the coach to the mission of the players, and your players have to push the mission, on forward to the rest of the team. And I see that. Regardless of whatever happens with Drake Maye, regardless of whatever mistakes that he may make or whatever plays he does make, he has the right pieces around him to keep his confidence high to be able to get the job done. So. I won't say that I'm rooting for the Patriots. I'm rooting for Stephon Diggs.
I was going to say, you mentioned Hollins and Diggs. How does it feel to see them playing the Super Bowl?
It's amazing, man. And I'm the type of person, I'm the type of friend where it's like, when you win, I win. You know what I mean? So it's like we dealt with our adversity, and, things don't always fall your way. We know that. We're finding the silver lining in our situation for sure. But, I'm super excited to see my brother have success, my brothers have success. people that I've played with continue to have success, man. So if you go get a Super Bowl, I feel like I want a Super Bowl, and I'll go get mine next year.
I mean, so that brings me to the next question. You were pretty vocal about the firing of Sean McDermott. What do you think with this new leadership that is going to help get you over the hump in 2026?
I won't say I was vocal. I posted some pictures with Sean McDermott, and I wanted to make sure that I showed my love, because it was truly a cornerstone piece,
right,
for all of the players, and even outside of the game of football, when Sean McDermott walked in there to address the team every morning, I learned something as a man that I will apply when I have kids, when I'm a leader of men, I will continue to apply the messages that he gave us into my life daily. So, it was mandatory that I gave him his love. But, I'm looking forward to the new direction. I'm looking forward to, Joe Brady. Joe Brady's always been a great coach. I've always believed in him. Little history fact, rewind 10 years ago, Penn State was in my top 3 of schools, and Joe Brady was a GA at Penn State. So we used to ride around on the go kart with Joe Brady and things like that. So, we've always had a good relationship.
Okay, that's
I've
awesome.
always had a unique relationship with him throughout the facility because we went so far back. So
you're excited to have him in the locker room
excited.
then. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, a few matchup questions for you. Well, first, we're going to have you both test your grip strength. We're having everyone do this. I got to see. You, whatever dominant hand, you just pull down.
Okay, well, dominant hand. All right, I should do that. Height. 110.
Okay, not bad. Lefty.
Oh, it didn't lock. What's wrong? Oh, 110.
Wait, really? That's weird.
No, that's 111.
Oh, that is 111.
Oh,
You beat him by one.
Oh, damn.
I don't know who that's better for,
Okay,
you
you
or
go now.
Damar.
You
Oh my
go.
God, I did it yesterday. I got 66. Let's see if I can do better.
Oh,
My
go,
hands are all
go.
sweaty.
Hold it. Hold.
I see 68.
I saw
72.
72.
Okay, I mean that's better than yesterday.
Good job.
All right,
Good job.
I gotta hit the gym a little bit more.
All the way to Super Bowl.
Ooh, okay. See if I can
10%
increment each week. Oh, I like this. I like
track
this. I like it. All right. Okay. Well, actually, this is both of you question.
All right.
Did the voters get it wrong by not electing Belichick into the Hall of Fame?
I want to see who they elect, Thursday. Because then if I'm saying it's wrong, then I'm saying it's wrong for whoever gets in. And I know the other ones, the other contributors, that the senior members that are also getting in. So I wanted them to get in. I know that they'll get in. So I will not say it's wrong.
Okay. Damar, what do you think?
I think Coach Belichick's legacy speaks for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I sit here as a person who's been snubbed of the voters' decisions. Not winning comeback player of the year.
Right.
I haven't talked much about that at all because
how do you feel about
I
that?
feel like my comeback is more than a trophy, more than an award. I truly feel like it's a spiritual thing and not a worldly thing. So, I never trip twice about the trophy. I always just use it as motivation. But I think I can attest to, the writers are human and they make bad decisions more than once.
Yeah, so let's just say they got it wrong with you and they got it wrong with Bill and Mr. Kraft. Let's just say it.
I agree on both of those. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. If you had to pick one penalty or rule that the NFL calls way too inconsistently that they should take a closer look at, what would it be?
A rule?
I got one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
As a defensive back, I'm obviously going to say pass interference.
Yep.
And I will speak to our game in Denver where we're in overtime. And, we start out in overtime and we get a stop. This is a back and forth game where, both teams are giving their everything. We come out, we get a stop. They come out, they get a turnover. And, this is a great game. Like, this is a great game. Players, it's over 3 hours that players have given blood, sweat, and tears to this game. And, I feel like the game was decided by 2 bad calls that were pass interference calls to where, I feel like the players deserved more than the game to end that way. Both teams spent hours on hours on hours out there trying to earn it for it to be decided by 2 calls to put a team in field goal position to win the game. I got to go with pass interference.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'll say continue to evolve replay assist.
Okay.
Continue, because it should be able to just be on all the time. If you
I
see
don't
something
see
that's
why it's
wrong,
so inconsistent.
just fix it.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I say.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, last one. Does being a Pro Bowler still hold as much weight as it used to?
You know what? I would say it does. I mean, there's no game. There's no game. I mean, when I got it, the one time I got it, it was because of and there was a game. You know what I mean? And it was awesome. But these players deserve to be recognized. I mean, you've got the Pro Bowl, you've got the AP teams, and I think absolutely it's something they can say that. I mean, they didn't play the game, but still they can say that word. They're a Pro Bowl player.
Yeah.
I think so. As someone who hasn't made a Pro Bowl yet, and last season, 2024 season, I was close in Pro Bowl votes, and it meant a lot to me. So if I was to get into the Pro Bowl, it would mean a lot to me. I think one thing, I think if the Pro Bowl was after the Super Bowl, I think it may be even more monumental than it already is. But the Pro Bowl for surely holds weight to a player who hasn't made one. I can't wait to make one.
That's still
And
definitely an
I will.
aspiration for you, for sure. Yeah.
Which is why it was. I mean, it was here this week.
Yeah, it was
here.
yesterday.
So yeah,
Yep.
so it was. They're starting to get it right with that. Yeah.
Yep.